Sorry, what does she see in the original Hauser that she is holding on to in this movie? Because when you think about sort of the logic of it, essentially he's kind of pretending or maybe lying to her before he has this sort of moral reset, I guess, that happens at the start of this movie.
Yes. Yes, it's so convoluted when you ask, when you think about these questions, and it's just bringing me back to these conversations that Len and Colin and I had, and this is exactly what we would talk about. What does she see in this person? I think it's one of those things where you see someone who has such a potential, and such a potential as a human being to make change and to be powerful in a movement. And there's something about this man that has that, and she sees that, and she knows that. And he did lie to her, and she forgave him for that. And he's changed his mind, and now he wants to be a part of this other movement. And now she's seeing this guy again, and once again, she doesn't know who this person is, and can she trust this guy? I don't know what this is. Is this woman's instinct? Probably. This is true love, maybe, where you just go, I don't know why I'm trusting this person. I know it's probably going to end badly. I can't help myself. Mm-hmm. I'm doing it. I feel like as a human being, maybe we do that a lot in our lives, and sometimes you just have to throw it out there and know that you could get hurt, but know that you could also succeed beyond your wildest dreams if you put it out there in a vulnerable way like that.
Sure. Well, what trepidations, if any, did you have sort of when you heard that they were remaking this? Because, Hollywood does a lot of remakes. Sometimes they do them, they try to make them as much to the letter as possible. This one obviously takes core elements of what was in the first film and, builds upon them in a different direction.
I mean, there was lots of trepidation, honestly, because this is a beloved film that many people grew up on and grew up loving. And, you don't want to disappoint anybody, and you want to do something that's fresh. And so the key is, for me, to understand the filmmaker and understand what the vision is and make sure that it is something that isn't just copying scene for scene and trying to recreate a tone that we can't do anymore. It's a different time. It's a different, politically, socially, economically, it's a different thing environmentally, and we need to take what's happening now and infuse that into this new take on this story. So I was nervous at first, but after speaking to Len, I felt like I trusted him, and I felt like this was something interesting.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, how tough was it, I guess, when you finally went in to sort of lay this back at Snakes Out straight? Because, like you said, it's so convoluted. Was it tough to just create one through line that explained everything and then to follow that?
It was tough. Every day we struggled walking this fine line of how much does he remember? What do I trust? Why does she trust this guy? I mean, these were the questions all the time. Like, you have to sell me on this. I don't trust him. Tell me why, So the through line was always hard to maintain, and it was always challenging just to figure out if we're confused, what is the audience? We're looking at the script. We don't even know what's happening. How are these audience members going to even follow this? So we shot a lot of stuff, and actually in the edit we had to take down a lot of different things. I think Len cut out some things that were a little bit just too much of a mind, scramble to even follow it. So I think you shoot a lot, you hope to keep the through line, and then sometimes it's easier the more you take out and you just simplify it a little bit to keep it clear.